This is Bear Country.
I'm Dr. Sparker, principal of Cambridge High School. I'm excited to give you a behind-the-scenes look and answer some questions you may have about our newest high school in Fulton County.
I think Cambridge High School first became a reality to me. I'll never forget meeting with Dr. Sparker for the first time and him offering me this job, and I was excited, and I didn't even quite know what to say, and I walked out of his office and thought to myself, I may never get another opportunity like this again, and really changed my life. I mean, I felt like this is something that I always had wanted to do.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by like dusk to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got the dues in life to pay. Yeah, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know everybody says you got to lose to know how to win. Half my life's in books, written pages, live and learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, it's just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Yeah, sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, it's just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream yourself and dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream comes true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away.
Eddie showed up for our first scrimmage on, I think it was like a Thursday night or a Friday night for football. And I looked at Craig and I said, I said, did you get the benches? And he said, no, I thought you got them. And we realized the day before our first football game that we didn't have any benches for the stadium for the football teams. So we had to, I think we went to North Park and borrowed theirs. We asked and borrowed theirs.
This is a big job. You know, y'all are in a position of administratively running a school, being a small part of that with the athletic program, and being around good people that passionately work on something that is so important to not only our school community, but the Cambridge community in general. And being a part of that has been unbelievably rewarding. And I'll tell you, a heck of a lot of hard work too, but every bit of it worth it. Again, I go back to, if we look around and see the facilities that we have, you know, the equipment, the uniforms that we've worked hard to develop to put our kids into, and then the byproduct of that, of having great coaches and seeing our kids out there competing, I've learned that all of it's worth it. All of that hard work is worth it.
I was so comfortable with my job and myself and what I did for so many years that I think you can let yourself get into a rut. You don't let yourself always be open to learning a lot of new things, and going into a new school and not having the number of staff that you were used to. You had to learn how to make some adjustments. You had to learn how to deal with things that maybe were not things that you really wanted to learn. You had to learn a new staff. So I can imagine what it's like for a student to go to a new school and not know anyone. Dr. Spurk and I had the luxury of actually everyone that came in, we both knew, we had met. And so just learning a whole new, I'd done this for a long time, but I'd never done this at all.
I'm not sure I learned as much new about myself as I had some things reaffirmed that maybe I kind of hadn't thought about in a while, but that's, sometimes you get really caught up in people's qualifications or their certifications or what they look on paper. And it's about people who care about kids. And I've really had to learn to trust people in this job, because 90% of the teachers that we hired or who came to Cambridge never worked for me before. Parents, when I walked into the first parent meetings, they had never seen me before. And I really had to trust a lot of people like you and people on the CAA and all of our booster clubs, our PTSA, and I really learned that you have to trust people and find the right people that have the right motives. And to build a school and to have a success, you've got to have the right people that really have the same vision to care about kids. And that's what it's all about.
What was one of the most memorable moments you had building your program here at Cambridge?
There's actually two that I think of. The first one was the very first day we had a practice at the old Milton Center, and Cambridge basketball went from just being an idea on paper to actually being legit. So we had guys walking in there, basketballs bouncing, and it just kind of, the reality of it hit me. The other one would be the very first region win we had against Sprayberry. I know we beat Pinecrest in our very first game, but when we beat Sprayberry for the first region game, 69-68, I just kind of stood there while everyone's celebrating on the court, and we just kind of looked up and took a moment and thought, all right, this is for real, and now it's time to keep building. So those are the two most memorable moments I had. How about you?
Mine was starting, driving around here and seeing that Cambridge was going to be built, and then getting in contact with Dr. Spurka and letting him know that I wanted to come over here, and then getting the opportunity to jump on the staff with Coach Bennett and our first workouts at LA Fitness, and we started working out as a team over there and having coaches meetings, and then we ended up coming over here and getting moved into our new facility, even though we didn't have a weight room. We were practicing out here throughout the summer, and then we kicked off our first game against Riverwood, and we knew it was going to be a tough battle. We had a lot of underclassmen that were having to play against upperclassmen, some older kids, and but we got our first win against North Springs, and that was huge for the program, for our kids. Coaches, kids, families, everybody around here was looking for that first varsity win as a football squad, and we finally got that against North Springs. So I think those were two of the main moments I had. You know, first getting in contact with Dr. Spurka, obviously, and then getting to jump on board and be on the football staff.
So, the first time that we met was when Coach Chambliss interviewed, I guess, me at Chick-fil-A, and it was so awkward, and asked me about my background with cheerleading and what kind of experience I had, and that was in the spring last year.
Yeah.
And then didn't see her for the rest of the summer, and they were practicing.
And basically, as we moved forward, we practiced during the summer and then started here at Cambridge. And one day, at the end of practice, as we always do, we circled up and did some lows and highs for the practice for the day in order to grow as a team. And this girl walks in, long brown hair, she had on her gym clothes, she was ready to work. And all the cheerleaders were asking, "Coach, who is that? Is that another student trying out for the cheer team? Isn't it a little late?" And little did they know that was our wonderful coach, Coach Stammer, coming in to be introduced for the season ahead.
Yeah, we had a parent meeting that night, and Coach Progers and I both stood up and got introduced at that meeting. But it was oh, that happened to Coach Chambliss and I throughout the season many times at competitions, always thinking that we were part of the cheer squad, and we just had a lot of great times throughout the year.
Yep.
Set a lot of new traditions.
Memories.
A lot of firsts.
A lot of first inaugural things happening, pep rallies, community service, and state obviously, which was a huge success, and then us just bonding as coaches and getting to know each other, staying on the phone till 8:30 at night, trying to figure out practice for the next day, and just wonderful memories together.
Yeah, it was awesome. Going to state this year, we got to load up all the girls into the limo van that we got and drove down to Columbus and just had a great weekend competing for Cambridge and getting to experience state as a first-year school. So,
good memories.
Yeah.
We played Northview in the region final a couple weeks ago, and everything just came together, and everybody played awesome. The best I'd seen everybody play all season. It was really, you know, sometimes we'll have, some people will be on their game and some people aren't, but everything just really came together against Northview, and I mean, all the way down from 1 singles to 2 doubles, we were on fire, so it was awesome.
So coming from Roswell, I scheduled, it kind of just happened like this. Our first game was going to be against Roswell, and they're a 6A school, and obviously being a new 5A school, I was like, well, let's just go see what happens. Like, I knew that we had a good team. We have a lot of, you know, talent, but young, inexperienced, but I knew that we definitely were going to be good. And I just remember, like, Ty Anglade, like, dribbling down the field, and I was like, holy crap, this is about to happen. And I just, like, and she scored, and it was amazing, and everyone just freaked out.
These guys to wrestling camp at Appalachian State.
Nice.
And we wrestled, we drove in, we wrestled all day, we got to bed about 11, and then I woke them up at 5:30 in the morning for a group run. And I can just remember these guys walking down going, "Are you serious?
Is this
Are
real
you
life?"
serious?" Yes, let's go. And they were the only team out there running, so they were like, "This guy's crazy."
I think my favorite moment did come from playing I don't want to say old school because I never taught there, but I went to Milton High School.
Well, I think it's been fun with practice field roulette and trying to manage all the teams on 2 fields.
But it was tough this year when I realized I hadn't really thought this through. And on game day, you know, the first day of the game, I realized that I hadn't handed out the away uniforms or whatever it was. So,
or you don't have a bus.
Right, or you don't have a bus.
And the scheduling, starting out with all varsity sports in our region, it's hard to keep that positive mindset knowing that you're kind of throwing them into the lion's den and trying to keep them, keep a positive attitude even though you're taking your lumps right now, and convincing them that if you stay the course of what we're trying to teach you and don't let all that negative interference penetrate, then realizing like, well, yeah, you're walking into a new program, you got more opportunities, but they're not just going to be given to you. And I think that's what all the coaches at our school have solidified, is that there's a higher expectation here.
As coaches, would you guys say that, looking at what you thought you had at the beginning of the year, did your players outperform what you thought they were going to do?
Yeah.
100 times.
I think the key with going back to the chemistry piece of things is, last year everybody came from somewhere else, and moving forward, we're all now Cambridge. I mean, it's we all have something. We see what we have. We see what we need to work for.
We know each other's names.
Yeah.
The building of the trust, and say, trust me, trust me.
Yeah.
And having to build in that trust.
They defaulted back to their old
ways. Right, and when we did this, it worked better. It's like, no, we're going to do it this way, and it's going to be fine. You have to trust me. And
I think everybody's got footing now. You know, they've got a foundation.
Right.
Every coach coming back year 2 knows what they have, knows what they need to work on.
Teachers have done a really good job of pointing out small victories. I talk with coaches all the time. It's not the score at the end of the game. It's you did this right, and we saw this, and we won this battle, and we won that.
You got to look at it as a broad stroke instead of zooming in.
And the kids realize that too. They're excited. Every kid I talk to is excited about coming back next year because they know they've been through the worst of it, and they know that. And they know that really they were better than anyone thought they would be.
Yes.
I mean, record may not indicate that, but I know my soccer team gave other teams a fight that I didn't think they would, and the other teams certainly didn't either.
Might necessarily not have won the race, but
Right.
our kids finished the race.
Yeah.
And they did the PR most of the time. PR at the end.
Well, we have a benchmark to go off of now, and I think that's the nice thing is we saw the first year, and now we're going to all, work to obviously improve and get better, and strong work ethic, and continued support from, the community and everyone around. I think all of us will be getting better.
Plus, with our records, no one's going to hire us anywhere else.
It's kind of ironic sitting here in the weight room. A little over a year ago, we began this experience, and this room in itself was still just a dream. We didn't have any facilities. It was an extremely tough environment for us to come through and go to LA Fitness and work out, and we laugh about it now. And so we get into our season, and our season didn't go as well as we wanted. But our kids continually came out every day and fought and practiced hard and did what we asked them to do, and that's a credit to them. Our 8th game of the season, we got to play North Springs, and we had a tremendous win, not only for the school but for this community and ultimately for our kids. And it was a pretty special night, and we move into our first off season, and finally really getting to utilize the facility that we have here in the weight room. And just seeing the growth of our kids, and just to be able to grasp our own program now. And for so long it seemed like we were reaching for things that we didn't have. We were always playing catch up, and now we feel like we're finally caught up. And man, it's a great environment to be in. Our kids are here, they're showing up every day, and they're working really hard in the weight room. And we just started our second phase of our winter conditioning before our spring workouts with mat drills, and we've had over 50 kids at both mat drills, and really looking forward to finishing that up with a great spring and 2 weeks coming up very soon.
A lot of people have heard me say this several times throughout our first year. We have want buckets and we have need buckets, and we need to outfit our kids. We need to buy equipment. Anything from a roll of tape to helmets and goals and that kind of thing. I think in year 2, as we've filled a lot of our need buckets, we can start thinking about some of the want buckets and what some of the teams want. And being able to transition and know that we took care of our business in first year, because again, we built this as a business, right? And we had a successful year 1, which is difficult for new businesses to do. And I think now we can take the foundation that I think we did a good job of providing and dip it into that one bucket and having some fun with that.
I think the first year I was fired up. I was excited about everything. And there were things I was excited about that I didn't even know what I was excited about. Everything was so brand new, from kids to parents to uniforms, and everything was so brand new. And I think, I don't know if I'm more excited, but I am equally as excited for year 2, because we have a really good handle of not only our needs and wants, but our needs for staffing, our needs for coaches, teachers. We can bring in top quality people to supplement and complement what we already have. And I think we're only going to get stronger as we grow. I think year 2 brings with it a lot of, we're bringing in 9th grade programs next year. We opened up, we had JV varsity, but year 2, we're bringing in 9th grade programs. There's more opportunities for our kids. And the county has provided me with the opportunity to hire about 98% of the people for year 2, and that wasn't the case in year 1. So having new people in that bring knowledge, experience, and they fit into what we believe in here at Cambridge, I think that really has me excited for year 2.
I think I probably would piggyback on both of those, because I think the first year was just so unknown to all of us, and not that 2 isn't, but you've got a little bit of understanding of what we want. We still want, you always need to want more. And we've got the parents and the staff that continue to to try to get all of that.
Yeah, we didn't know what we didn't know last year. Now we know a little bit about what we don't know.
You know, that's important too for our parents and our students that we're here first year. Unless you've been part of a school opening, you cannot appreciate how much work goes into weekend. And you know, I was a principal for 8 years at Roswell, and I thought I knew a lot, and I found out how much you don't know. And I think for our kids and for our parents, it's really at this moment now, we sit here almost 6-7 months later. I'm very proud of where we are.
Yeah.
The most important part about all of this for me is that I have the opportunity to fulfill a dream of mine, which is to be in charge of an athletic department, one that is well equipped and well fit to lead our young student athletes to be successful not only on the playing field but in the classroom as well. And I've said that from day one. We surround our kids with good people, not just good coaches. Every single one of our coaches has an interest in seeing that our kids not only succeed on the court or on the playing field or on whatever it may be. They want to see them succeed in life, and they're teaching life lessons, and that's what we look for when we bring people in. You know, are you here to promote our vision? Are you here to help our kids become good citizens? And that is Cambridge High School.
Tradition. People love tradition. When it comes to sports, people love to talk about tradition. How tradition gathers winning seasons. How tradition raises championships. How tradition makes the ordinary extraordinary. Tradition connects people to something established long ago, or perhaps not so long ago. But make no mistake about it, tradition is built from the ground up, from the brick and mortar, from the sweat and tears, from the effort, the relentless effort, the unimaginable effort. And our tradition, although new, is not an illusion. It is real, very real. So go ahead, talk about it. Talk about our tradition.
Carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground and carry on.
Such is the way of the world, you can never know just where to put all your faith and how will it grow. Gonna rise up, burning black holes and dark memories. Gonna rise up, turn mistakes into gold.
Every single person that was here for year one, whether it's a student, an athlete, a parent, or our coaches and administration, will never forget and will always be a part of this school because they were the ones who put it off the ground and got it going. And that's something that you just don't get to do very often. It's a small group of people that get to say that they were the beginning of a legacy.
Oh, such is the passage of time, too fast to fold.